I am now going to show you step by step how to install flush door handle roses on doors with a thickness of 38 to 44 millimeters. The first step involves drilling the holes for the screws. We use the FSB Universal Template for this. Select the correct paper template printed with the product designation Rosetton PZ72mm. Screw the pins for positioning the drilling template into the threaded holes indicated on the back of the inserted paper template. Use the drilling template to drill 4 9mm diameter holes on the stop side of the door. The flush rose with the welded-on threaded bush goes on the stop side. The next step involves milling the recesses on both sides of the door. Position the milling template precisely over the lock square and the PZ holes using the drilling jig. It is very important to ensure that the template is parallel to the edge of the door. For installing flush fittings, ensure that the door material is stronger than, for instance, tubular core chipboard, or at least in the area of the lock. Suitable materials include solid-derived timber products such as laminated wood panels, multiplex, plywood, or of course, solid wood. We recommend checking the depth with the rose after milling. We drilled 9mm holes on the stop side. Note that 12mm holes are drilled on the hinge side. Once the door has been milled on the second side, you can put it into the working position. In the case of rebated doors, it is necessary to distinguish between the hinge side and the stop side for installing the different roses. The flush roses with threaded bush are fitted on the stop side. The hole diameter on this side is 9mm. The flush roses with the clip element are fitted on the hinge side. The hole diameter on this side is 12mm. The flush-mounted fittings are fastened by screws that go through the door to ensure they are firmly fixed on both sides. At FSB, we naturally do without glue or other auxiliary materials. This means that the compatible components can be easily disassembled if required. Then fix the flush roses on the hinge side using the welded-on clip elements. The door handles are fitted in the normal way. The result is very respectable. That is how quickly, effectively, and precisely you can work with the FSB templates and tools. Milling the recesses and installing flush door fittings is even easier for central locks. Always ensure that the residual material between the lock case and bottom of the recess is strong enough to allow a reliable and secure screw connection without exerting pressure on the lock. This applies to flush edge doors with a centrally positioned lock, as well as rebated doors with an off-center lock.